full of bad bitches, one big room, full of bad bitches, one big room, full of bad bitches, one big room, full of bad bitches, one Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Other bitches want the shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Fendi, Prada.
How's it going, guys? Thread Plasma here, bringing you a completely different video than normal. This is basically going to be like an editing tutorial, and obviously I'm not the most insane editor ever, but people ask me every here and they're like, yo, how do you put your videos together, and like, what's this effect, and just certain little things like that. So I figured I'd just throw a little editing tutorial together. Alright, so I'm going to start off by saying that you can't just like download Sony Vegas and then think you can like do a bunch of cool stuff. Like, you're definitely going to have to download some plugins and certain things to go with it to actually make stuff look nice. You can just like watch the video then decide what you like want to get after it, but there definitely are some things you got to download. So yeah, and I'm obviously running Sony Vegas Pro 12. I don't know how it works exactly if you have a different version, like as far as like downloading the plugins and stuff like that goes, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Everything's on YouTube, like literally all this stuff, just look it up and you'll be able to get on YouTube. I'll go through and like explain exactly what it is when I'm like using the effect. Alright, yeah, let's finally get into this. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is import your clip. Obviously I have that right here. It's for my Chillin' V2 video. I'm just using a little private matte shot and the song for my Chillin' V2 video as well, because it's like really easy to edit to. And then obviously come over here, disable resample. Always do that. I don't know how new you are, but that's something you just always fucking do that. And then, alright, I'm gonna split the audio right here, like see how like they're together and stuff right now. Like just click one of them, then just click U, and I'm gonna delete the audio because I have like gun sounds I'll put in for like the DSR shot and stuff. So yeah, alright, so it's fine when the beat drops. Alright, right there. I want to hit the shot once the beat drops, so I'm gonna try to sync that up here. Normally when I do in the start of my videos, I do like slow-mo, then right when I go for the shot, I'll just put it normal, or like still slow it down like a little bit. Like comes up here, and like right when I start to look down, like right there. I'll split the clip right there, come to like this part of it, and slow-mo it, like all the way back. Or close all the way back at least. Then I'll put like text over the top of it, obviously. So bring this all back here. Just trim this there. Get this part over with. Alright. Fade this. Alright. Always put the sound, or I always put the sound right when like the fire comes up from the gun or whatever. And then down a little bit so it's really loud. Alright, let's find where the shit actually drops. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. Yep. So there we go with that. Drag this back all the way now. Alright, so I'll probably come right here at this beat. Split that right there. I'm gonna sync all of these and then I'll be right back. If you don't know how to sync, obviously just come over where the where you see like the beats are and stuff, and then just hit M on your keyboard, little marker. Alright, now that that's over with, I'd just like to point out that I'm actually editing this in 30 FPS. I don't know if that's weird, but I used to edit all my videos in 60, but this I'm just doing in 30 because it's like it's easier to explain it, because I always render my videos in 30 and I would edit them in 60 and it would mess up this one effect. So I need to stop doing that, which obviously I am right now, but yeah, never, I don't know, I mean, you can obviously render and edit in 60, but I think, I don't know, just the quality always looks like too good and like weird in the edit whenever I do it in 60. I don't know, I don't like the way that looks, but I mean, obviously if you like it, you can do it, but I think 30 looks a lot better. If you don't know how to like undo something, right here, like undo, that's how you do that right up there. I'm just like pointing out all the like most basic stuff possible, just in case you're like really new to Vegas, but yeah, alright, so I'm trying to get this synced up with one of these markers when the shot actually hits. Right around here. Probably gonna be this one. I don't want it to be this one. I think it'll look nicer if it's this one. Alright, that can go right there. Alright, cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and split this. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. If you don't know how to slow-mo something, just hold control and then drag it. And then if you go forward, makes it slower, go back, makes it faster. Pretty self-explanatory. Wouldn't recommend dragging it back too far if you're gonna use velocity, like I'll get into in a little bit, because it'll like make it look really choppy and gross. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna start this off earlier. I'm gonna reset this completely to where there's no slow-mo. I'm gonna just drag this back here. I probably should cut out a little bit at the beginning, just for like the sake of the like editing tutorial, so it looks nicer when I hit the shot. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's gonna hit right here. Actually, it's gonna hit right here. I know that'll look nicer. Yeah, what I'm trying to like, what I'm gonna put right here at this point is gonna make it look really cool. So that's why I'm trying to get to, like, it hits here, then like bump, bump. It's gonna do something like kind of cool right there. That's what I'm trying to get like prepared for or whatever. Alright, let's go into this clip. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and actually use some effects and stuff now. Quote unquote effects, I don't know. I'm just gonna use the shit that's over here now. So basically, like, obviously your recording stuff might be a little like different from mine, so like you can tweak this however you want for your clips, but this is how I'm doing it for mine. This up to like a 200, and then up. Actually, I'm gonna save this just in case it ends up crashing or something. Alright, color corrector. Put that on here. This puts it on the entire track, by the way. When it puts it on this thing, it puts on the entire track. So even the intro and stuff, which I'll probably right click down here, make another video track, slide this right up here. So then it doesn't have whatever I put on this thing. So I already put one of these on here. Yeah, this basically just add color correction, and then I'll up this to like 200 or something like that. Just so the colors pop out like a little more. And then, where are you? Magic Bullet Looks. This is one of the plugins you have to download. I'm pretty sure it's one of the presets on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the default. So then this comes up, come over here. I'm pretty sure right when you get it, all this stuff should already be here. Just find Vibrant. And of course, it's right up here. Alright, click that, finished. That's really all I even do for colors, unless I'm like actually trying to make like an edit, like I'm really trying to make it look like really nice. I'll take the time to actually go through like Magic Bullet Looks and try to like click on edit and go through all these, and then take one of them and try to make my own thing with it, like mess with it and do other stuff. Like, yeah, but normally I'll just do that, like literally that's it. Alright, now that that's done, we'll go to Sapphire, which is another plugin over here. S_shake. Alright, now S-shake I always keep around like between 55 and like the highest I'd go is to 70. But I usually like just keep it like, I'll probably just put this at like a 60. And what S-shake does, if you don't know, it just makes it so your clip isn't just like still the entire time. It makes it like a little unbalanced and like all over the place. Like, I don't know, just a little thing that makes it look nicer. Like all the little things you do combined just all work together to make a clip look that much nicer. Alright, then I'm just gonna do this real quick. It's another thing I do in my videos. Put the text over the thing. I guess I'll just put like editing tutorial. Alright, highlight that. Go over here. This is the font I use for all my videos. If you want to get like fonts or whatever, you can go to defont.com. I'll put it on the screen, and then like there's like a shit ton of fonts on that site you can choose from. So it's not just still their entire time, just like sitting there. Which it doesn't look that bad with the S-shake. But I like to come over here and make it like pop a little bit. I need to check both of these. Make it like pop forward a little bit. I'm pretty sure that was way too much. That's not that bad. That's fine actually. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and split that by clicking S on my keyboard and come over here to velocity. Yes, I'll do the velocity first, I'll do the pan crop. If this looks like I'm just putting random points there, or keyframes there, whatever, I'll explain in a second. Alright, so basically, I'm just going to show you an example over here. I'm going to trim this and then trim this. When you use velocity, this is how I do it at least, put it down to 50, and then come in the middle between this thing and like where the clip starts. Just come right here and put a keyframe or point, whatever, in between, like in the exact like middle between both of these things. And then drag this one like this, and this one like this, and then drag both the side ones like all the way to the end and the start, all the way up, and then put this as a fast fade, and then put this as a slow fade. And it looks really cool to the song. Like it'll go like fast and slow and fast and slow and fast and slow, the beats there. And that's basically what I did right here, except for I didn't actually take the time to cut these, I just kept it normal. So put these up. Alright, so right here, since I'm on 30 FPS, I'll go 2 frames. Sometimes when I do this, I'll either go from this side, or since I like split it right when the shot went, I like to do it like to where it's like starts here, then goes like 1, 2, and then like this is when the screen pumps in. But sometimes I'll just keep it as it is and just do it from this side. So it's basically pumping right here when it should be right here, but I don't know, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So I'm not going to take the time to do it on this side, so I'm just going to do it right here. Put that in a little bit. Come right here. And then for the last one, I normally put in like a lot. Like curve it a little bit. Alright, then go back to it. 2 frames back, reset it. Remember, I am doing this, I am editing this in 30 FPS, so yeah. 2 frames back, reset it. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that looked fucking awful. You can also bring it down a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that'll make it look nicer, but you can't like normally do that. Like since the clip ends right here, it's okay to do that, but say like I was doing velocity on this entire clip, I couldn't like keep it to where like one part went down a little bit. It would mess it up because then it wouldn't sync to right here, this part. Like some part would mess up like here. Let me try to like do an example. Like it'd basically be like if this is like this, and like I came over here, went to this, and then like see, like it's not like synced up. Like it would mess that up if that makes any sense. But since this right here, it's just going into nothing, like it's just going into a transition into like another thing, it like doesn't matter if you do it right here. If that makes any sense. I have no idea how I'm supposed to explain that if you're like a beginner, but yeah, okay. But you can do it if the clip ends, but if it's like the beginning of something that has to lead up to something, then you can't do that. That probably made no sense. I'm sorry. I have no idea what I'm doing a tutorial like this. But yeah, okay. It's gonna make this look better though. Yeah, okay. I said it looks a little nicer with these down a little bit more. So I'm gonna keep that at that. This one's gonna end right here, so I'm gonna cut that. Alright, I guess I'll just sync all this right now. Also, instead of going 2 keyframes back, I'm going to go ahead and only go 1 keyframe back. Pretty sure that'll look nicer. Since this right here goes like, boom, like right into this clip, I'm going to go ahead and make this one go in a little bit too. So, start off right here. I'm going to go 1 frame in. And just go ahead and put this in a little bit. This right here, I'm just gonna put it on restore. Alright, let's see how this looks. Alright, doesn't look too bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and add black bars because I'm an idiot and forgot to do that forever ago. So add another video track, come over here, and you can literally just Google black bars and just use whatever ones you find. I'm gonna make sure they're as black as they can be. So just find color curves, drag it on to right here. Then like I just did, just drag both of these all the way down to the right. Go to the pan crop, just zoom in on it. About right there looks fine. Take this one. One thing I also have been doing lately is coming right here and resetting it. So like, just like little things like these I always do in my video. So then it just starts out big and then gets smaller. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a velocity to all this. Alright, now I'm gonna put them up. Alright. Now this doesn't sync up perfectly, like this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, see how it doesn't go like right into the shot, like it's missing a few frames in between here to here. But that's normally not like a big deal as long as it's like around the area. But we'll watch it back and see. I'm gonna render this out. Alright, doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's like, it's a little off. Like, it could be better, obviously, but I'm not gonna spend a year on doing that, so. Alright, go ahead and mess with this part now. It looks a little unsynced because it's the first time I played it, but it'll look a lot better once it's like all the way rendered out and like completed and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this velocity. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and add the gun sound. I should have done that a while ago. I'm gonna go ahead and add lens blur. Alright, so BCC Lens Blur. This is what makes my Vegas crash all the time and why I have to save it 1,000 times, because it can crash at any given moment when using this thing. So, alright, so I've been doing this for my videos lately. I think it's really nice. It's the lens blur you put on here and then animate it. Come down here. Obviously, the beginning is going to be at the 5, so come all the way back here. And just drag it all the way down to 0, and then boom, creates that. So then it's just slowly like fading from like the blurry to normal, obviously. So then normally right when I hit a shot and during like transitions I like to put this effect there. Like it's something really little, but I think it looks like that much nicer. Just like, I don't know. I'll get like 2 frames in. Maybe we'll keep this at like an 80, just so everything pops a little bit more. I'll put this to a 1, so it continues to pop out a little bit more as the clip is playing. Actually, for this edit, I think I'm going to keep that normal. I should have put it down to that. But I do this for a lot of things normally. See this right here? That sound right there. That's how I'm going to pop this up a little bit. I come over here, add it to this part. See this part in the kill cam, I'm going to keep this at like probably like a 70. Alright, I think we're pretty much done.
One big room full of bare bridges, one big room full of bare stitches, like Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Other bitches rather shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Fendi, Prada.
I forgot one actual major effect, but I'm gonna come over here real quick, and I think it's this beat. Yeah, right here it needs to have lens blur. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna put this like a 2 so it really pops out. Actually, I'm gonna go through this, I'm gonna up these all a little bit instead of it just being at like a 1. I'm just gonna put it as a 2 so like it really stands out and you can see it. But I don't know if I'd normally put it that high. Okay, that is way too fucking much. Alright, so one major effect I actually forgot is escalant. I use this for a lot of things. I'm just going to put this one on here and then edit it from there. Just makes it look so nice. Obviously it's like way too much for this, but once it gets like after this part, it looks really nice like around the entire map. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keyframe this. So you can put that like right when the shot hits to make it look cool, or you can just put it on like on the entire clip. I usually put it on a little bit at least on the entire clip, but some places it'll be like way too much. Like if you like looks into the sun or whatever, like I don't know, certain things like do it like way too much. I'm gonna throw it on this one too. I'll probably do a little bit more on the beginning clip as well. Overdo it as it comes in, just like the blur. Alright, I'm gonna come right when the shot actually hits. And use it way too much than I should. I'm gonna go ahead and add the last effect here, which is RSMB. my settings, entire track, which these are my RSMB settings. So copy those if you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and render this out.
One big room full of bare bridges, one big room full of bare stitches, like Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Other bitches wear the shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Fendi, Prada.
Alright, so that's basically it for the video. If you guys have any comments or questions you want to leave, go ahead and I'll try to answer as many as I can that I actually know the answer to. All the effects I'll put the exact names of in the description if you want to look up how to get them on YouTube or whatever, but definitely be careful if you're going to be downloading sketchy stuff from random videos. Also, since I talked about a lot of things in this, feel free to look up on YouTube an in-depth tutorial on any specific thing you're having trouble with or whatever. But yeah, I figure people ask me how to do certain little things in my videos every here and there, so I decided just to make a tutorial for anybody who wants to know how to do it. So if you learned anything from this or helped you in any way, leave a like, comment if you enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.